What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the NJ Show. Bitcoin is back above 20k. Ethereum has now broken above $1,000 and we're going for that 1200 level. Altcoins are bouncing. We've got bullish news across the board. So what's going on? Why is this happening? Welcome to the NJ Show. This is your boy Trader NJ, bringing you the latest and greatest crypto information so that you understand why Bitcoin's going up, why Bitcoin's going down, why Ethereum's going up, and why Ethereum's going down. What altcoins are going to be mooning over the next couple of weeks? Are we in for a pullback? Let's dive in and find out. Let's go. Okie dokie, everybody. There we go. What do you think of the new intro? What do you think of it? Did I smash it? Like, leave some comments in it. Leave some comments. Getting a bit excited here, you know. Cheese. Okie dokie. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. Rightio. Okay, so guys, as usual, leave some comments. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, because I love finding out where you guys are tuning in from. It's my favorite part of YouTube. As always, make sure you smash the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because it helps support the channel and helps me bring content for you going forward. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin first. All right, we have got lots of bullish news today. We do. But we're going to be talking about Bitcoin first. Now, for those of you who have been tuning into the most recent live streams, we spoke about this level of support right here, these two red lines here. Now, unfortunately, I haven't got the clip itself, but we wanted exactly this. We wanted that dip into this blue box on the right hand side here. And look what's happened after we've had that dip. Look what has happened. We have now comfortably, very comfortably bounced off that dip. That low, that blue box that we looked for. And as soon as we bounced off it, we've started pushing up. Now, we're not quite bullish just yet. All right, we're not quite bullish just yet. Jorian says, love from Belgium. Yo, love from Belgium. That's amazing. Amazing. And Ismail is from Belgium as well. Wow, we've got 2 people from Belgium in the chat. Amazing. I love to hear it. Let me know. Everyone else, let me know. Right, so along with Bitcoin going into this support level now, what are we looking for next? What is the next thing that I'm going to be looking for in order to maybe, go for a potential long? Well, I have been looking at this chart and I've been wondering, is this enough for me to get long right now? And it isn't. So what I'm looking for now is another pullback into this support, maybe show some more bullish price action, and then I can start playing these longs. And then I can start playing it. God, I'm going very high there, aren't I? But there's a reason I'm going super high. Right? And another alternative that we have here is we could just basically go to the lows at 16k. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that after this massive wave lower, I've been mentioning it on this stream for a while, that we do need some sort of relief. When is that relief going to happen? Could it be the beginning of it now? We're seeing some good buying power in the market, and we're seeing a lot of news that are revolving around this bullish price action that kind of confluent the relief that we're looking for. So my 2 plans for Bitcoin today are going to be similar to this, right? I want a pullback into that support level. I want to have more time to actually buy Bitcoin. I don't like it when it taps off a support level and then just quickly rallies away. Have you guys ever felt that before, where you're in a trade and you're looking for a level of support or resistance? Maybe you're going to long or you're going to short, and it taps your level and it quickly rejects. I don't like that type of trading. I like this kind of trading up here. You see this blue box in the middle of the screen, the upper blue box? I like it like this, where it's giving you loads of time to short. See how it pushed up near the 33k level, and then it pushed up 2-3 more times, giving you that right idea to short, shaking out the people who don't understand the price action, and then breaking below, and once we broke below, we retested it. The price was still there for a good day, essentially. It was still there for a good day. before you could short. So bouncing straight off the 18k level, I would like a small pullback, just a small one, maybe into the 18, 19k level, and then we can start looking for some bullish price action and we can start longing our longs. Moving over to Ethereum, it is pretty much the same thing. Now this chart here is my clean chart. This is my Ethereum clean chart, and look how price has respected this mid-range right here. All right, look how, oh goodness, look how price has respected this mid-range right here. Again, the same thing for Ethereum. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this blue box at the bottom here. I'm looking for a dip into that sort of 1050 level. If we were to get that dip into that 1050 level, yeah, maybe NJ could potentially be a buyer. And where would my targets be? My targets would be around the 1350 level. And if we broke above that, believe it or not, my target would be the 1700 level. Now, it was only, 2 weeks ago that we were at, what was it, $2,000 ETH? Hold on a second. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, we were at $2,000 ETH. It was only 2 weeks ago. So, these targets, they're not absurd. We're in a volatile market. As long as we get the pullbacks and the bullish price action we need, it's time we had some form of relief. It is truly time we did. And you know what? It's funny because SC posted a chart this morning and I saw it and it blew my mind. I was like, this is exactly what I wanted to see. I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. But before I share it, let's have a quick look at these comments. We've got Sebastian from Mexico. We got Sam from the UK. Happy Monday, Sam. I'm in the UK too. Amazing. Joel says, happy Monday, NJ. Thailand here. Lovely intro. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll do it again for tomorrow's intro. Who knows? Stephen is from Belgium as well. We've got 3 people in the chat from Belgium. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love Belgian chocolate, so I'm sure Belgian people are just as sweet, right? Mustafa Erdogan says, fire, fire. Merhaba, Mustafa. It's good to see you, mate. Cryptique says, hey, NJ. Nicholas says, Belgium represent. Another, wow. We've got quite the Belgium audience here. Amazing. Amazing. I love to see it. And we got Ismail and we got Optimus saying Manchester. Well, Optimus is goated from this point out because he lives in a city which hosts the greatest football club in the world. So big up to Optimus. Guys, we have 30 people watching here. Make sure you smash up the likes. And look who we have here on the channel. We have got my mentor Trader SC saying, yo, SC's in the building. Make sure you show him some love. Bullish, 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 bullish. Doobie says the bottom is in. Load it up. Smoke these tards, bears. There you go. There you go. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Rightio. So look, that's Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Let's have a look at some of these altcoins. So again, today, we know that over the course of the week, it has not been very good for Bitcoin. We appreciate that. We understand that. However, if we look away from the 7-day price action and we look at the daily price action, it's a Monday and we're bouncing. We're 5.1 up, 5.1% up for Bitcoin, 8.4% up for Ethereum, and the rest of the market isn't looking too great except a few particular altcoins. Now, BNB being up 4% today, I didn't quite call out BNB. I didn't think BNB would really follow suit, if I'm honest with you, so I didn't say anything. However, we did speak about Solana. Solana is one that we spoke about, and at the $30 level, we've now bounced a solid 11.3%. Fantastic. Fantastic. So if you guys were watching the stream, you guys would have caught Bitcoin. We caught Bitcoin right at healthy support. If you were watching the stream, we caught Solana. We caught Solana right at healthy support. Now, this is an interesting one. And we're going to be talking about this today in the stream. Dogecoin. Dogecoin is up 3.4% for the day. Why has that happened? In a market as bearish as this, why has a meme token like Doge, like I dodged it, like dodged it. Hey, you dodged it, bro. Why has a meme token like Doge pumped today? And we're going to dive in and find out why all of these things have been happening. Polkadot, we didn't quite get the $5 level that we were looking for, but it's up today, 8%. Polkadot looking good. Sebastian is already answering the question. Yes, we have some crypto experts here in the chat. Very, very, very good. Now, look, before we move over to the headline, I know you guys have seen it in the headline, Doge, etc., etc. We're going to be talking about a chart that I saw today. I saw a very, very cool chart today. This was from SC, and look at the beauty of this chart. Now, I want to explain this chart to you guys in a way that you guys will understand. This chart is kind of what I've been preaching for the last X amount of weeks. So we've been doing this show now for around 2.5 to 3 weeks, and I've been stressing it since the very beginning. I've said, look, we need some type of relief. We need a pullback. Like, this is the most euphoric, bearish downtrend I've ever seen in my entire life. And I know a lot of you guys would agree too. People would have made potentially more money shorting this on the way down than they would have made on the way up, and it's because of the aggressive sell-offs that we have had since 69k. Now, with trading, you guys need to understand that everything that you see on a chart is an idea. All right, it's not fact. It's not 100% certain. They're all ideas. However, there are some ideas that have much more probability than other ideas, and this is one that I think could really work. All right, and there's a few reasons why I think this could work. Number one, we have been downtrending now for 12 weeks. Right, that is 3 months of aggressive selling. We've had so much bearish news that goes on in that within that selling. We've had Celsius, we've had Luna, we've had 3 arrows, we've had the global markets with the rate hikes, we've had the Fed doing what they're doing. We've had so many things that are going against us. We're talking about a recession. So why do I think price would now start pushing back up? Trading is a game of liquidity. These are the liquidity games. For those of you who watch these shows like Squid Games and other games that are just like Squid Games, because I can't think of an example. It's the same thing in trading. Everyone, the bigger players are fighting the other bigger players to try and get liquidity, right? I'm going to take out your stops and that will help me push my position. No, I'm going to take out your stops and that will help me push my position. Just like Dank says in the chat right here, it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. Which direction are we going to push the price in order to take out the stops? All right. Now, we have taken everything on the way down. It's been euphoric on the way down. All right. Where are the only stops that we can find from a chart like this? The only stops that we can find on a chart like this are here underneath 16k and above at around 32, 33k. We are in no man's land. Of course, there are trades that we can take for sure. There are trades we can take for sure on the lower time frame. If you guys tuned in to Dank's daily trade, which was streaming about 2 hours ago, he ran through all the technicals as to the different types of setups that we could take today. All right, so make sure you tune into that. Make sure you're tuning into that. We have 33 people watching here and we have 20 likes. Can we get those likes up to 30? I know you guys can do it. Sort me out. Let's go. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well, because I come live for you guys every single day, 12:15 UK time, except Sunday. I don't come every single day. It's Monday to Friday. Occasionally I do Saturdays. I did a Saturday stream recently. That was because you guys needed it. You guys wanted it. So maybe I'll do another Saturday stream. However, let's go back to Bitcoin very quickly. So what's going on? Boom. What's going on? Bitcoin, are you already long? Anyway, so right now, because we've had this majorly thin move down, and you know what? I'm going to keep this here, but I'm going to quickly go back to my own chart. Because we've had this massively thin move down here, and this is not price action that has really been traded, you know? So because this is not price action that has really been traded, if we were to start pushing up, I would really not be surprised if we took this out here. Right here like this. Coincidentally, it kind of goes into play with the last week's Monday's range. Last week Monday's range, we've got last week Monday's low and we've got last week Monday's high. We spoke about this last week and we spoke about different trading setups that we would have. When we deviated over Monday's low, I said, look, this is not very clever. This is not very clever. A deviation above Monday's range is not something that you want to see if you're looking for longs. And for those of you who followed me, Well, unfortunately, this is what happened. Now, incidentally, I like the way this is played out. Why? Because earlier on in the stream, around 5 minutes ago, I was talking about how to get on board with a long and a short. And I said, look, for Bitcoin, I want to long Bitcoin a little bit here. I do want to go a little long because I do feel like the relief could be starting here, right? It could be. However, what did I say that I want if Bitcoin was to give me that long? I said that I wanted a pullback. I wanted a small pullback into our support level like this and then push up. Now, I gave you guys an example as to when price does actually give us multiple chances to get on board. All right. And if we look right here above Monday's low, this green line right here, we were given multiple chances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the confirmation came right below Monday's low for the short in to 17,500. So similarly with Bitcoin now, look, it's pushed into that 17,500 level. We've been hovering at 18K for a very short, brief amount of time. And unfortunately, this is not enough for me to get long straight away. I want to see a small pullback. Now, let's say, for instance, you're thinking to yourself, well, NJ, you're going to miss the trade, bro. What if it just keeps going, fam? If it was to do that, then we have last week Monday's low. So I would wait for this, which is what we were waiting for last week anyway. It's the trade setup that we had last Tuesday. For those of you who tune into the stream, something like that. All right. And if we do something like that, that's another trade plan. So for Bitcoin, I'm pretty comfortable right now. If we dip back into support, I'm going to be looking to buy some Bitcoin. If we push up into Monday's low and we hold above Monday's low and we're showing some bullish price action, I'm going to be holding Bitcoin for that. Those are my 2 long setups that I've given to you guys today. So make sure in return you smash up the likes and you subscribe to the channel for more of this. If we were to break below this bottom red line here, I'm not going to be coming live tonight, so you guys need to be prepared and you guys need to know that if we break below this red line, this bottom red line, and we're showing bearish price action, it looks like we'll be wanting that 16K level sooner than expected. So make sure you guys are managing your risk accordingly. If I say that I've got 2 long setups, it doesn't mean that I'm going all in twice. It means that if I've got £100,000, I'm risking 2.5%, let's say £2,500. All right. If I get stopped out, I've lost £2,500. I'm not saying take your £100,000 and leveraging it 100x and going long because you saw it on NJ's stream. No, don't do that. Let's have a look at some of these comments. Nicholas says, just need XO here. Yes, we have Dank, we have SC, and we have XO in the house. Well, we don't have XO in the house. We have Dank, we have SC, and we have NJ in the house. And we're just missing XO. But look, do you know what? I've had a couple of chats with XO. If we're lucky enough, if we're privileged enough, if the stream keeps doing what the stream keeps doing, we will bring XO on the stream. Last week, for those of you who don't know, we brought SC on the stream and it was a very, very solid episode. We spoke about Bitcoin, we spoke about Ethereum, we spoke about blockchain gaming. And you know what? It's funny that we spoke about blockchain gaming because we're going to be talking about blockchain gaming later on in this stream as well, and how the metaverse and gaming still is so relevant in today's crypto space. So make sure you're staying tuned for that. Asgard, one of the OGs in the channel, says, Ayo NJ, what's good? What is going on, Asgard? It's great to see you here, mate. Cryptique, it's great to see you here. And Just Sup says, as a newbie, why is last Monday's result so important? So Justin, I'm assuming your name is Justin and not Just Up, but if it is Just Up, no, Just Up, as in just up. I get it. So Justin is probably your name. So look, Justin, the reason Monday's low is important is because when you're new to trading, you don't trade straight away. What you tend to do is you tend to understand trading for what it is first. You start learning by learning ranges. You start learning support and resistance. You start learning different techniques and different styles. Monday's range is something that I learned from Trader SC. All right. What tends to happen is Mondays have messy price action. Either Mondays push up incredibly, or Mondays push down incredibly, or Mondays give us absolutely nothing. There's never really normal choppy price action on a Monday, and when it does come, it's one of those weeks where it's difficult to trade anyway. Now, when Monday gives us a huge leg, whether it's up or down, a lot of the times you can plot out the high of Monday and plot out the low of Monday, and you'll find yourself a range. Yeah, on the lower time frame, if you pay attention, you'll find yourself a range. And when you find that range within Monday, all you have to do is wait for price to pull into Monday's low, and you can start building your trade setup, whether it will be bullish or bearish. So in this particular instance, last week Monday, I saw that price rejected quite heavily, and it formed a very, very big Monday's range. Now, when it did, I didn't take it too seriously until we deviated above Monday's low. All right, we deviated above it, price got above it, and it got back below. Price got above it again, and it simply couldn't hold. Once price broke below Monday's low, what happened? We sold off into new lows. All right, we sold off into new lows. That was on Saturday. That was on this Saturday. Now we're pushing back up. And now if we're pushing back up, and if we reclaim Monday's low, I'm not going to lie, that looks semi-bullish to me. When I say bullish, I don't mean we're going for new all-time highs. Certainly effing not. So please don't quote me on that. I'm saying that we can push up into Monday's mid. If we break above Monday's mid, we've got thin price action all the way to Monday's high. And then we've got strong resistance at that 30k level. Now, earlier on when I was explaining the liquidity games, and I said, where have we got our stops? Above 33 and below 17.5, around 16-ish, all right? Now, if we're pushing back up and we haven't taken out the 16s, I'm not saying that we're not going to take out 16, but I am saying that if we're pushing back up, there's no reason to believe that we can't really go above, you know, sort of 33k, maybe even 40k, maybe. And this chart, you know, this is just an idea. It's not something that, you know, you take super seriously, but this is something that I genuinely feel could pan out. And, you know, a lot of us have been calling for this in the last couple of weeks. Now, we don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but we've been calling for it for the last couple of weeks. As God says, good stream. Also, was nice to hear some personal stuff. Get to know the man's behind the camera. Yep, that was on Dank stream. Amazing stream from Dank earlier this morning. So make sure you tune in. Some great price action as well from Dank. Dank says 37 people in the room. Make sure you smash the likes. Dank, you couldn't have said it better. If you guys are learning anything, if you guys are enjoying the stream, or if you guys just feel like you're in a good mood, make sure you're liking this. Make sure you're liking the stream. And make sure you're subscribing to the channel, because I'm coming live for you every day. Today, as it stands, we're in a bear market. I appreciate that. So we're not covering a lot of altcoins. We're not covering a lot of, we're not doing a lot of long trades. I appreciate that. But if you stick with the stream, a time will come in the future when we are exiting the bear market. And I will be reviewing a lot of altcoins then. All right? I'll be reviewing a lot by that time. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. As it stands right now, over the course of the next 2 years, my job is to hold your hand throughout the bear market. Make sure that you guys are up to date with everything that goes on in crypto, whether it's price action, whether it's news, whether it's things that will catalyze our next bull market. These are all things that you have to know, right? They're all things that you have to know. I know a lot of you just want to trade. A lot of you just want to long and short. But that is not where your big pieces of money is going to be made. That's not where you're going to make bank. You're going to make bank by learning what crypto is. You're going to make bank by learning how to source out different pieces of news. You're going to make bank by buying altcoins when they're at their lowest. Prices that may never return until the bear market that comes after that. All right? So make sure you're staying stuck in with the show. Make sure you're tuning in. Khalid says all of the above. Just Up says thanks. Learned something new. And Mike says just joining. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mike, to wherever you're from. We got 40 people watching now. Amazing. Make sure you guys let me know where you're watching from as well, because that makes me happy. I love seeing the different countries that people are tuning in from. I love it. I love it. And it's good for you guys as well. So that is pretty much Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few altcoin reviews done. Now, before I move on to the headline, I do think something like this is really, really possible. I really do think something like this is possible. Of course, we can see a push down into 10K, but look, if we got that push down into 10K from 40K, would that not be the capitulation that we're looking for? You know, we've been dumping all the way down now since 69K. All right, since November last year, we are now nearly 8 months. Well, no, sorry, 9 months now into this bear market. And yet many of the greatest traders on the space, they've been saying that this is not really capitulation. So what is capitulation? Well, if we dumped right now to 10K, that wouldn't be capitulation because so many have exited the market. So many people have exited the market. It wouldn't count as the liquidity that we were talking about at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of the show. The liquidity games that we were talking about at the beginning of the show. There we go, better English. Let me have a drink. However, if we were to push up to around 40K, 40 to 43K, 43K is my level of interest. That is the level for me which was the make or break. Why? Because it's the mid-range. If I go back to the daily chart, the 43K level for me is right here. Right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm hovering my mouse over it. That for me is the biggest level for me, right? Breaking above it, breaking below it. I think if we do start pushing back up and we eventually get there over the next 4 to 5 weeks, I think if there was ever a place for price to truly break down and continue the bear market, it would be that 43K level. But we are weeks and weeks away from that. All right. We need to focus on what's going on down here around the 20K level. And that's what we're doing. So if we were to get a spike up into the 40K level over the course of the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, what would that mean? Let's think of it logically. That would mean that people are entering crypto again. That would mean that people are being enticed to buy more currencies. This would mean that altcoins would start booming and people would start taking serious interest into Bitcoin once again. All right. Once we have enough holders in the market, that's when they'd probably want to send it down. Because at around 40 to 43K, you can imagine the euphoria that the market is going to have. Everybody's going to be thinking that we've broken above this historical trend line that we created in 2021, right? And that we're going to start pushing for a new all-time high. Now, I would love for that to happen. I would love to be stopped out on a short, on a breakdown of 40K, and get stopped out and everybody saying NJ got wrecked, bro, he got stopped. I would love that. However, I do think that that 43K level will act as major resistance. So if we got to that 40K level with enough people in the market, pushing back down to 10K would be that capitulation that we're looking for. I think we'd be able to sort of see a bottom being formed in that zone. And then eventually when the market has bottomed out, maybe closer to the Bitcoin halving, we could start breaking above 10K, breaking above 20K, holding and start pushing up for new all-time highs. We can break resistance and we can hash resistance out on the way up. All right. So that is my take on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 altcoins. A big shout out to Trader SC for letting me steal this chart, which he posted at 5:37 this morning, because he doesn't sleep, he trades non-stop. So a big shout out to him. There's your half an hour on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's move on to what is going on with Doge. All right, look, Doge has pumped over the last couple of days. And if you guys watched my stream the other day, I did a pretty important stream the other day on Elon Musk being sued for $258 billion because he was shilling Joe, because he was silly. God, she sells seashell. God, can you not say that? She sells seashells at the seashore. She sells seashells at the seashore. Oh, fuck off. Anyway. So he got in trouble for shilling Doge and he was being sued for that for $258 billion. But he has made a response. And you know what? Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. I love this guy. I genuinely, he's a weirdo. I appreciate that. We're all weirdos in some way, shape or form. I mean, look, 40 of you have tuned in today to talk about cryptocurrencies. So we're not exactly, you know, pussy crushers, are we? We're not pussy crushers. So, you know, we can expect him to be the same. He is a bit of a weird guy, but he is alpha as fuck. I love what this guy does. He's the closest thing that we have to Tony Stark in the real world, and he has responded. And you know what's funny, right? He's responded to one of my friends. So he tweeted out the other day, and he was saying, let's get the exact tweet. He said, I'm going to keep supporting Doge. Where did he say that? He goes, I will keep supporting Doge. All right. Elon tweeted that. He said, I will keep supporting Doge. Big ass tweet. Very powerful. Balls of steel for saying something like that. One thing that you guys don't understand, right, is when you're in the position of somebody like Elon Musk, it's not the same as other people. You know, it's not the same as me and you. Me and you, we can tweet out a picture of an erected penis on Twitter and we won't get in as much trouble as we would if we were Elon, all right? So for Elon to shill a token, and out of all the tokens that he's shilling Doge in the bear market, this guy has balls of steel, all right? So Altcoin Gordon, I know a lot of you might know Altcoin Gordon. He's a friend of mine. He's a great chap, very lovely person. He responded to Elon's tweet and he said, keep buying it then. Altcoin Gordon is probably the closest thing we have to Tony Stark in crypto. He's got one of those personalities that he's not afraid of anything. He's not afraid of anything. He's meant for stardom. Cryptique says, man, he's a genius. Vortex says, NJ, hi brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate lovely comments. We got some lovely comments here, man. Joel says, enjoying the show as always. Coming from an investment background, love the way you look at global perspective. Bond market still needs to play out for this market to turn. Yes, Joel. Yes, I totally agree. And it kind of confluences with what we were saying about finding that bottom, you know, finding that accumulation level, right? So Optimus says, come on, man, he's a known scammer. So there we go. We've got a great comment from Optimus here to say Elon Musk is a known scammer. Look, honestly, Optimus, yeah, I appreciate where you're coming from because he's got so much reach in terms of his ability to advertise. When he talks about Doge, a lot of people are going to buy it. And a lot of people who don't understand market cycles will not be able to sell in time and get trapped. I totally get it. But you have to admit, though, that over the course of the last bull market, he kind of held us up. You know, there was this meme that was going around with a picture of the planet on his back. And every time Bitcoin was dumping, Elon would tweet and say something to push the market. And he did. So Tarek says, off topic, Sam Bankman-Fried is a Kanjar and should not be trusted. I have no idea what that means, but I'm sure that you know what it means, Tarek. Dang says, hi, NJ, sorry I'm late, bro. No problem, Dang. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I love your consistent attendance. We have 43 people here. Amazing. We've got 43 amazing people here. Let's get those likes up to 40. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not surprised. And someone's talking about foot pics. Who's talking about foot pics? Well, I want to see a foot pic. Who's talking about foot pics? Oh, right. Sorry, not foot pics. He says, then his tweets hurt the price. I thought I saw feet. Instead, the guy said tweets. Apologies, Dagsy. Apologies. But thank you for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. So, with the whole Elon Musk thing, look, he responded to Altcoin Gordon. Gordon responded to him and said, keep buying it then, fam. So, you know, Elon tweets and he says, I'm still supporting Dogecoin. This is big, by the way. This is big. It's in the headline for a reason. If you guys don't see this as big news, then make sure you're trying to understand why I see it as big news. Make sure you understand, like, this is big news. So anyway, he says that Altcoin Gordon says, keep buying it then, fam. And Elon Musk responds and he says, I am. So look, this is, if you watch the first half an hour of the stream, we were talking about the bullish setups for Bitcoin, the bullish setups for Ethereum, and we saw in the top 10 coins, we had some green in the market. Now, when you see news like this and Bitcoin starting to push up, let's have a look. So we might end up taking the Monday's low plan instead of the pullback plan, but we'll see. We'll see. Elizabeth says, well, now everyone knows you got a ting for foot picks. Well, Elizabeth, let's not make this stream personal. Yeah, let's not make this stream personal. Yeah, so it looks like we might be taking that Monday's low. So look, as I was explaining earlier on, when obviously price is doing what price is doing, you need an FA perspective with price, you know, and tweets like this, they have the ability to really, really change the perspective of people who are afraid to buy. All right. And Elon tweets something like this, and suddenly we have confidence in the market, and suddenly people are buying. It may potentially be time for that relief. And that relief will be so good, because I know so many of your altcoins are low at the moment. I know so many of your altcoins are wrecked at the moment. And so many are looking for positions to exit, right? And if we do get that relief in the market, this could be a potential chance to exit the market with some potential profit, all right? The whole concept of a bear market is survival. You want to survive the bear market. You don't want to get yourself into a position where you're back at work, where you're back at the office, or maybe you're at the office and you've got to now dip into your crypto savings because you're losing money. So a relief like this is exactly what we're all hoping for, is exactly what we're all looking for. So many people bought tokens that if Bitcoin went to 40K, it might push your token up just enough so that you can sell. You can make others your exit liquidity instead of being taken for a fool. Now, make sure you guys are subscribing, because there will be a day, if we do get to 40K, there will be a day where we do get to 40K, and I'll be streaming for you guys, and I'll say, guys, do you remember on the 20th of June when we were looking at a potential setup and we said that Bitcoin could potentially go to 40K, and what would that mean if it did? All right, because what will happen is a lot of people will get trapped in the idea that if we're at 40K, it means that we're going for a new all-time high. We're now closer to the all-time high than we are to the lows. So a lot of people will think that. All right, so make sure you guys don't get caught up in the hype. You're planning now, you're planning weeks ahead. And because you're planning weeks ahead, you guys are ahead of the curve. So make sure that you guys stay focused on your plans. All right. Sebastian says, would you buy alt or BTC if we get a relief rally? Well, to be honest, mate, I'd buy both. I wouldn't buy Bitcoin, I'd buy Ethereum. All right. And obviously, there are some altcoins that I would want to swing. I mean, the Solana, I'm in a swing for Solana. But I'd be very quick to cut that swing. If I saw the market giving me some fucked up price action, I'd cut that swing very quickly. Now, what I want to try and explain to you guys is I want us to be honest with each other, right? The honesty is that all the people here right now in this channel, in this chat, let's not lie. We're all holding altcoins. All right? Trader Dank, Sebastian, Jorian, Cryptique, Elizabeth, Powers of 4, Cryptique, Dagsy, Curex, Optimus, Tarek, Dank, AJ, Vortex, Justin, Derry, Nicholas. A big shout out to all of you guys for tuning into the stream. And don't lie. You're holding altcoins. Don't lie. All right? So I'm not talking about potentially buying new altcoins. I'm talking about selling in the ones that are already so down. All right? That is the objective of the relief. That's why we call it relief. That's why we haven't called it a bottom. That's why we've called it a relief rally. So try and keep up with the terminologies, all right? Dank McDizzle says, when you say swing, what do you mean? Spot buys? So, Dank, a swing trade, my friend, is when you're taking a trade on the higher time frame. So if you're scalping with Dank, you could potentially be in a scalp with Dank, and the trade could start at the beginning of the stream and the trade could finish halfway through the stream. That's a scalp. Then you have a swing trade. A swing trade is when you take a trade and it could take anywhere between 2-3 days to a week, maybe 2 weeks. This kind of move to 40K, this could be the rest of the year, guys. we could have a bullish 6 month, we could have the next 6 months be bullish, but only get to 43k. You know, it's possible. It'd be good for the market. The market would show green. We'd get out of our altcoins. Hassan Maki, welcome to the stream, mate. I appreciate you joining. And Powers of 4 says AVAX all day. I do love AVAX. I've got some good love for AVAX. We've got 45 people watching and we have 43 likes. You guys are superstars. I love you guys. We've got real rock stars watching the stream today. I love to see it. I love to see it. You guys are seriously awesome. Yeah. Moving along, we'll wrap up on Doge. That is what's happened with Doge. That is what's happening with Doge at the moment. That's why a meme coin is pumping. At the same time, could Elon really push Doge enough that other meme coins would start rising too? This is something that we're going to have to look at over the course of the next couple of days, because meme coins that I take interest in are the likes of MRI, Cow, A Hunter's Dream, and Floki and Kiba. All right. Now, the reason I've mentioned those tokens is because those projects are working hard as fuck, except Cow. Cow is doing things on the sly. All right. But if Doge starts pumping and it starts going crazy, we're going to have to start looking at meme coins. We'll look at them in the channel. We'll chart them. We'll check to see if there's any FA on them. Feder Da says, just tuned in, +1 for the like, sir. Daniel says 49. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I love all you guys. You guys make it worth my time. Honestly, I'm going to stream every day for you guys because you guys are the best. We've got 50 likes on the stream, but 41 watching. Amazing. We've done it. We've done it. Fantastic, man. Fucking fantastic. You guys are the best people in the whole wide world. Cool, cool, cool. Moving on. We'll wrap up these next pieces of news in the next sort of 20 minutes. But El Salvador president addresses bear market concerns with Bitcoin hopium. So El Salvador, for those of you who don't know, El Salvador a couple of years ago, they were in financial ruin and they needed some sort of they needed something to fix their ecosystem. Their economy was destroyed. All right. So what they did was they did the smartest thing that they could do. They did it a little early, but they did the smartest thing that they could do, which was they allowed Bitcoin to become legal tender. So now Bitcoin, I'm not sure if you can go to a shop and buy milk with it, but I'm sure you can go like buy a PS5 or something with Bitcoin. And, you know, that is something that I'm expecting a lot of countries to do in the world. I'm expecting even the UK. I'm in the UK right now. I'm expecting a day to come where you can buy a house with Bitcoin, or you can buy a car with Bitcoin. I mean, I'm not saying that I did it, but I know that it's very possible. We've got our first negative comment in the chat. OvoXO says get liquidated. Well, all I'm going to say is SYM. If you don't know what that means, Google it. It's a British slang term. SYM, brother. SYM. I'll go ahead and kick you out the chat too. You can suck your mother. Remove. There you go. Suck your mother. Suck your mother. Fuck yourself. And Pantrade says, you are awesome, NJ. Of course we will like your streams. Amazing. Amazing. Hide user. How do I put this user on a timeout? There we go. Fuck yourself, suck your mother, and goodbye. Never again on this stream for you, dickhead. Fuck him. Prick. Right. So that's El Salvador. So they adopted Bitcoin as legal tender, and obviously with the market dumping in the fashion that the market has been dumping, obviously Bitcoin is going to be affected in the country that they're in. Agreed? However, today Naib says, I see that some people are worried or anxious about the Bitcoin market price. My advice is to stop looking at the graph and enjoy life. If you invested in BTC, your investment is safe and its value will immensely grow after the bear market. Patience is key. Now, look at this. Look at this. Bitcoin has shown us time and time and again, right? Every time that people think it's over, the bubble has popped, etc., etc. It showed us time and time and again that it will continue. You see on the left hand side right here, you can't even see these candles, but once upon a time these candles, they looked exactly like the price action we were seeing here today. Bitcoin has made all-time high after all-time high after all-time high, and I see absolutely no reason why it won't do it again. If I did find a reason that it wouldn't do it again, I would tell you guys on the stream. It would be the end of Trader NJ if that was the case. All right, it would be. Because I love cryptocurrency. I'm here because of cryptocurrency. I'm here to push the narrative of cryptocurrency. I want to be your go-to guy in the next bull market. You know, I want to be that guy for you guys. So if Bitcoin was going to zero, I would tell you guys, because it would be the end of me. Raheem says, salam bro, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the stream, and I hope you're enjoying the content. So moving on, McKinsey, the metaverse could generate 5 trillion by 2030. Now, look, listen to this. I know a lot of you guys are getting bored by these kind of things, but you have to listen to it. On these streams, I was talking to you about gaming. I was talking to you about the metaverse and gaming, and how it has its place in the market, and how it will be a big factor over in the future. Now, I did a stream with Trader SC last Wednesday. All right, was it last Wednesday? I think it was. I'm not very good with dates and times, but I did a stream with Trader SC last Wednesday, and it was a great stream. We got the inputs and insights of Trader SC on this channel, and we spoke about blockchain gaming, and we spoke about the metaverse. We spoke a little bit about PYR. So SC, although he is the master price action trader, he does know a little bit of FA. He thinks he doesn't, but he really does. He's decent. When you're in the market this much, when you're watching these videos every day, you see, for those of you who joined into the stream, by the end of the stream, you'll have spent an hour studying cryptocurrency today. Don't be fooled. Don't think you've just tuned in to support me, as much as I love you for it, but you have done an hour of work on crypto today. You've learned a bit more about Bitcoin and ETH. We did 2-3 trade plans for Bitcoin. We spoke about a relief rally. We spoke about altcoins. We spoke about why Dogecoin has done what Dogecoin has done. You guys are putting the work in. You are. So over to metaverse. I want you guys to keep this at the top of your radar, because this is going to be bigger than it was in the last cycle. It will be. It simply will be, because the newer games that are going to be created, they're going to have more tech behind them. They're going to have more power behind them. We're going to use better engines to build those games. All right. So from that perspective alone, the metaverse reaching a 5 trillion cap, if we think about it, all right, I don't have the data on hand right now, but in 2017, we did not hit $1 trillion market cap. We didn't hit $1 trillion evaluation in 2017. And over in 2021, we hit what, a 3-4 trillion evaluation. So in the next cycle, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Bitcoin hit that crucial $10 trillion evaluation. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm happy to fucking call it if you want me to call it. I'm down to get behind that. And if I'm wrong, it's going to be sad. We're all going to be sad if I'm wrong. All right? Including myself. No one more than me. All right? Maybe EXO. Because his fundamentals are a different level. So within that $10 trillion valuation, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the metaverse achieve something like 2-3, maybe up to potentially $5 million in the next cycle. Fuck what it says here, 2030. The next cycle. I do believe it. All right. After this bear market, the money that's going to come into cryptocurrency, if we're following the historical route, is going to be phenomenal. All right. Remember what I say on every stream. The majority of the money is not made in the bull market. The majority of the market is made on the exit of a bear market. All right. And we're going to catch that on this stream. We're going to catch it. I can't tell you when it will be, but we're going to catch it on this stream, because we come live 5 to 6 days a week, and we do it for you guys. You guys deserve it, and you guys are worth it, and we're going to all get rich through cryptocurrency together. All right? That's why you guys are tuned in, because you want to get rich from crypto. Moving along. Why is my blood clot mouse acting like this? There we go. We got some good comments today. Joel says TCG World is a big investment. Friends got me into it. Yep. Raheem says knowledge is power. I agree with you there. Trader Dank says bear market after that 10 trillion evaluation. Yes, I totally agree. Jorian says, but Zoo said super cycle, Dank. Well, look, Zoo can say whatever he wants. Zoo needs to focus on 3 arrows, I think, at the moment. Zoo needs to worry about his firm living until the next bull market, because Zoo has lost more than all of us, right? The only way, literally all of us here in the chat right now, we've got 42 people here. Everybody here out-traded Zoo. And you out-traded him by not losing $17 million and owing BitMEX $6 million. That's how you guys did it. And yeah, so Powers of Thought says, can't wait for the DeFi markets to pick up again. Well, right now, we're in that position right now where with Celsius and with Luna, you know, if Celsius continues to plummet, if Celsius doesn't find a way to correct and fix things, then DeFi is in a lot of trouble. And it's just the unfortunate truth. Similarly with 3AC, they invested in a lot of DeFi as well. So, you know, if they end up getting liquidated and they have to turn all their assets into a liquid position, then it's not going to be good for DeFi. But at the same time, you know, we've got a lot of bullish news today. We've got a lot of bullish. We've broken that 20k level. We've tapped into 18k. So is it fair to say that DeFi is going to keep going lower? Is it fair to say that alts are going to be sliding another 50-60%? I'm not sure. We need to let Monday unfold today, see how we get along in the week. And you know, Mo says, are we calling 17.5k the bottom for now confidently? Well, no, not confidently. If you want to rewind and go to the beginning of the stream, you guys will see what I said about Bitcoin and Ethereum and what I would do to potentially get long. Like for instance, right now, hold on. Okay, not right now. Again, so if we was to do something along the lines of this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Something like that, you know. I want to buy as close to my stop loss as possible, as Bernard Buch says. For those of you who don't know, he's a great trader. He's a great trader. So I would love to see something like that. So I don't know why I'm covering that again now. But yeah, I would want to see something like that. Alternatively, if the market didn't give me that, then no problem, because I can just do this. I can just do something like this. I'll just buy a reclaim of Monday's low. It's not really that much of a big deal. Money's money, right? And look how it respects it. Look at the equal measured moves. As soon as I move it from here and I move it from here, it just looks sexy and it just fits in with the levels. You know, even Denk is saying here, yo, that's some magical lines. Agreed. I totally agree. So let's see if we can push back. If we can pull back, I'm sure that me and Denk will be talking about this today at some stage, because we pretty much trade together. We'll be talking about it today. I'm not going to really buy if he doesn't, and he won't if I don't. So we'll see what happens. Moving on, Shark Tanks. For those of you who don't know about Shark Tank is a show. It's a show on television, and it's a bunch of investors looking for the next best private sale. So people walk up to them and they have ideas and they talk about, you know, potential this and potential that. And then these guys at Shark Tank, they say, yes or no, we'll give you an investment. For me personally, I used to watch Dragon's Den. I used to sit on the toilet all the time and just watch Dragon's Den. Amazing times. But Kevin O'Leary, he's from Shark Tanks. And Raheem, yes, correct. Raheem says Dragon's Den, basically. And Mo says American Dragon's Den. Yes, I could have said it in a better way. I appreciate it. Correct. So Kevin O'Leary says, look, he's not going to sell any of his crypto. You just have to stomach it. And the reason he's saying that is because, as I mentioned about 5 minutes ago, time and again, Bitcoin has proven to us that it goes for that all-time high. Every time we have that halving, every time it becomes more difficult to mine a Bitcoin proves to us that price follows suit. Bitcoin is proving to us that the dollar valuation of Bitcoin isn't what makes Bitcoin. And because of that, every single cycle we see new all-time highs for Bitcoin. And you know what, Kevin, I completely agree with you. For somebody who invests in some of the weirdest things that I've ever seen in my life, I do agree with you. He's saying that he holds 32 positions in the digital asset space. I would love to know what altcoins Kevin's holding. Like, imagine we saw his portfolio and it was all memes and this Inu and that Inu, and that would be funny. That would be funny. I'd love to see that. So that's Kevin O'Leary giving his thoughts on Bitcoin, giving his thoughts on crypto, saying, you know, it would be silly to sell. And, you know, Dang said this on his stream 2-3 days ago as well. He said, look, there's no point selling your altcoins now. We can go lower, but is this really the place to be selling after having a move of this magnitude to the downside? I mean, you could have sold all the way up here. So many different places that you could have sold. And you're going to be looking to sell now? I don't think so. I don't think it's wise to do that. So moving on, Benziga.com. The blood clot is this, bro. Close this blood clot. Anyway, if you invested $100 in Tesla, Apple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge 5 years ago, here's how much you'd have now. I like articles like this, and the reason I like articles like this is because, you know, a lot of people forget about the bigger picture. A lot of people want 15-minute trades and 5-minute trades, and they want to make $1,000 as quick as they can. And I appreciate and respect all of you. I genuinely do. I want to make $1,000 right now as well, and I want a 5-minute certain guaranteed trade as well. You know, I do. But the harsh truth is that, you know, your parents and your grandparents and your parents before that, they didn't make money that quick. And we have seen it, but we only see those kind of things in the bull market. Really and truly, if you're somebody who believes in crypto, but truly believes in crypto, you're looking at the longer term. If I was to buy a coin now, and I'd be telling you guys, I bought into, I don't know, let's say Doge for an example, right? There are two types of way that I could trade it. The first way is I could trade it for a 15% move up or a 20% move up, sell the position and ignore Doge for the rest of my life. Or I could buy Doge because I could say to myself, well, look, each cycle Doge has proven that it's seeing all-time highs again and again. Whether it's 35 cents, whether it's 50 cents, whether it's 60, whether it's 70, or whether it's 75. Doge going to $1 is a meme in itself. And we know what crypto likes to do with memes. Crypto takes the impossible and it makes it possible. All right? It does. It does. Now, for anyone who maybe invested in certain altcoins a few years ago, they'd still be ridiculously up now. All right, they would still be ridiculously up now. So it's one of those things to take into consideration. Like me personally, I don't buy things to hold for 5, 10, 15 years. I trade the market for what it gives me. I trade the bull market, and then when the bull market is done, if it starts showing me bear market, I try and slowly exit the position. But this is one way of looking at the crypto market and one way of trading the market, and it's a respectful way as well. All right, it's a respectful way as well. So yeah. Moving over to Blood Club, Bombasil Luna, Dickhead Luna. Do Kwon being sued again for misleading investors. So the whole basis of this is Do Kwon, he's been shilling Luna, he's been acting like a big man, and now he looks like he's going jail, fam. He looks like he's going jail. So he's not, unfortunately, he's got enough money to get out of it if he was going to go to jail. But, you know, he is saying that the Terra stablecoin depegging incident wasn't his fault and that he shouldn't be sued for it. But in reality, he fucked over everyone. Everyone who watched his stream got screwed by Do Kwon in some way, shape or form. I'm not saying that I lost a lot of money on Terra, but I don't like what's happened, and this is not good for cryptocurrency in general. It's not good for crypto. So, you know, I wanted to bring this up. Class action lawsuit accuses Terraform Labs of misleading investors. Reason I keep bringing this up is because, you know, a lot of you guys might want to trade Luna. I saw in a stream yesterday, I forgot who was streaming. Was it I'm not sure if it was Dank or XO, but someone kept asking in the chat saying, can you chart LUNC? Can you chart it? Now look, with Luna, I don't care what the market, what position the market is in. Luna, the founder of Luna and the Terraform Lab guys, they have let their communities down. All right, they've let their community down, and if they've let their community down, the chances of their tokens or their projects reviving, very, very slim, very slim. So please be careful when you're trading Luna. Be careful if you're looking to buy Luna. Even if you see price action that shows a good bullish plan, just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful. Moving on, South Korea's 20% crypto tax is delayed by 2 more years. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting. I saw this and I giggled because we all talk about, you know, historically, Bitcoin gives you a 2-year bear market and then a 2-year bull market and then a 2-year bear market and then a 2-year bull market. With the 2017 cycle, it was different because we had a 4-year bear market after that cycle. All right. Now it looks to me like we're following suit and we're going to do the 2-year thing again. But interestingly enough, where Korea comes out with information, news saying we're going to be taxing crypto for 20%. You know, India's done the same thing where they're saying they're going to tax crypto for 30%. And now, because we're in the bear market and nobody's making money from crypto anymore, Korea turns around and says, we're going to delay this 20% tax for 2 years' time. So they're going to wait for us to all be in a bull market for a year, make a crap load of money. And just before you're going to buy a new car, that's when they're going to start taxing you. So, you know, I found that funny. I just wanted to share that because I found it funny. And our last piece today, before we wrap it up, Immutable launches $500 million fund to boost Web3 gaming adoption. Now, if you haven't watched the stream, if you're tuning in very late, an hour ago, we spoke about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we spoke about some blockchain gaming things. So, you know, blockchain gaming is here to stay. I think it's going to make a shitload of money in the future. And at the same time, I think that the new games that are going to come out, they're going to be more technical. They're going to have deeper layers in terms of the engines that are used to make them. And they're going to give people, like, you know, SE mentioned this the other day in the stream. If you haven't watched that stream, go and tune in. He said, if I'm going to be looking at games that have crypto tokens supported by them, then I'll be looking at games that people actually play. All right. And he mentioned that's what initially got him interested in PYR. You know, PYR, you've got a good game, and it's something that people are actually going to play. So if it's something that people are actually going to play, then user adoption, it's only fair to say that price is going to follow suit. Similarly, in that cycle, we had a lot of games that launched that just weren't really good, you know, and that's why a lot of them have gone to zero. In the next cycle, I'm expecting to see a lot of games, a lot of seriously built games that will give users more to play, and at the same time, the currencies that they build around those games are going to moon. Like, I know that's a very cliche way of saying it, but I do think they're going to moon, and I do think that sector on itself will get sent to the moon. So keep that in mind. Have a look at a few more comments and I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you all so much for joining. We've got 59 likes. Can we get it to 60? It's only one more like. It's not a big deal. And thank you so much for everyone who's joined. Let's have a look. We've got a few weird questions here. Nothing I'm not going to answer on the tax. And Trader SC says they won't tax most guys. 99% give it all back. Anyway, yes, agreed. It happens in the bear market where a lot of people give back the gains that they've made in the bull market. And I kind of think that's why they're delaying the tax. They want people to be in a euphoric position where they're making a lot of money. You know, it's probably their way of trading it. So, you know, once again, guys, even if you haven't, even if you've joined late, if you've joined late, you can rewind the video, you can go back and you can see the replay if you want. As always, I'm going to tell you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell icon, because I do come live for you guys Monday to Friday, and occasionally, if there's enough going on, Saturdays I will be coming live as well. I do it for you guys. Shout out from South Africa, says Joel P. Shout out to the South African guys. You know, we've got some really nice comments here. Fucking hell. Sam says, afternoon NJ, as a newbie, you are teaching me so much. Love the shows. And then he asked me what my thoughts are and stuff. But look, I'm heading off today, guy. I'm heading off for now. So as always, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. At 2K subscribers for the channel, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing it over on Twitter, but I'm going to be picking 1 or 2 people from the people that subscribe on the YouTube. All right, so make sure that you're subscribing to the channel, because I'm going to be doing that giveaway at 2K, and it will be for all of you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribing for that, and I will see you guys all tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. UK time, as always. And leave a comment, by the way. Let me know if you guys like the intro. If you guys liked it, I'll do it again. You know, take care. Love you all. See you tomorrow.